vintage series, man.
Så skal du være sådan lidt vintage.
So we had the AMPWORX celebration yesterday, and this was like magical because we've been working on this project for so long, and it was a series of pedals that was created out of passion for these amps.
Kan du se derinde? Fik du styr på noget guitar? Noget,
Ja,
eller
er
hvad?
du sindssygt, man. Fede guitar. Også den der mærkelige ES.
Klar, Anders? Klar, Mads?
Hvad så?
Hej. The celebration! Skål alle sammen, og velkommen til. I må meget gerne komme lidt tættere på. I should probably do this in English. Today we celebrate the achievement, and we brought in Mika Vandborg. As he is there. And I would like to invite Jose as well, one of the lead engineers on this project. Come on, Jose. The thing is, we wanted to have a conversation about some of the pedals and some of the maybe get some juicy stories.
The ones that are not too secret.
Yeah,
Just a little bit secret.
maybe a little bit secret. Jose, you had a story about the reverb. It was quite an interesting task to capture that, right?
Yes, because 4 seconds of IR is not an easy task. Capturing an IR of a second or two is relatively easy, right conditions. But 4 seconds starts to get technically a little bit challenging. So we tried different methods. We put the reverb into some sponges, some pillows, some things to try to get it really, really quiet, no vibration, no noise. And it was still impossible to get 4 seconds of really clean measurement. So in the end, I had to set it up all completely, let's say, stable, independent and all that. And I started a measurement at around midnight, which ran up to like 5 in the morning. So we keep taking samples and samples and samples. It was the only way, because otherwise the whole thing was just acting like a microphone. And every time somebody passing by, even 10 meters away, you could just hear that into the recording. So it's a midnight recordings, I guess, of the real time. The night session. Yes.
Can we hear the reverb? We had some great stories from Jose, who was telling about what the development process and how he took apart amps. But I know we also have some more histories. This is Mr. Lars Arknes. Hi,
Hello, Michael.
Hello. Is it all right? I'm here.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, good.
I have spent years working with Jose in these modeling things.
Yeah.
And the approach is that we spend a lot of time getting the equipment, because the amp is the important thing. Very carefully measured all the bias voltages and the behavior of the amp, the dynamics of the amp. And in parallel with that process, I made a SPICE model, which you can see partly here. That's the preamp section you see here. And we tried to make this model so it reacted exactly like the real amp. But what we stumbled upon was that we noticed that there was some deviations between the theoretical correct model and the real life.
So this is a theoretical over
Yes,
here?
this is. But what we noticed, there was some crosstalk inside the vacuum tube itself, so some small capacitance, parasitic effects. But we wanted to model this as well to get the exact same behavior as the real amp. So in this case, you see the block diagram of the algorithm that models the physical amp, and you notice these two small blocks that implements this crosstalk phenomena we stumble upon.
Well, thanks, Lars. Awesome to
You're
get
welcome.
a look inside your brain.
Yes.
And I think if you guys want more of that, you should just say it, because I think Lars is super eager to be more on video.
Not really.
Anything you can top of mind about the
Yes.
DC30?
Yeah, well, two things. Now you mentioned there's a blue box. A lot of people get a bit confused because, well, the box is red.
Yeah.
Actually, many of the early issues of the AC30, they had a blue panel. And that's the reason why this one is blue. Because we really wanted to go back to the absolute most original design of this amplifier.
It had a blue panel.
Yeah.
I thought it was due to the Mika blue speaker.
You know?
Ah.
So,
Sorry, was it not blue before the top boost came into
Yes.
the picture?
Yeah. So it is not technically it's not technically correct to have a blue box with a top boost in it, but of course we wanted everything of everything. So the best generation of the speakers and the transformers, and also a tube boost just for the versatility. So yes, you know your AC30 stuff.
That's my amp.
It has a boost function?
It does.
Quite rock and roll.
Awesome.
And yeah, we did the same with this amp as with the others, of course. So in terms of starting from the amp and then figuring out how to put it into a box. But there was a point where we thought, for some reason, we're getting a bit of a weird bass distortion into the real amp, which we also have in-house when we turn it really up loud. And we came up with a few esoteric theories of, yeah, you know, this is probably some interaction between the impedance of the speaker and the transformer. And we went back and forth, and eventually I took it all apart, and the front panel was just broken. So that goes to show that sometimes we really think a little bit too much about this details.
What are you working on?
What?
You got some danglers on us, I know that.
Now I'm working on how we're gonna process on our next products
Oh,
that might or might not have multiple cores
okay.
in it. So it's a bit
Interesting.
of multi-threading audio processing. It's
I'm
pretty
really
advanced.
intrigued.
I don't understand half of it.
No,
But I'm just.
but somehow you get by and get things done, right?
I mean, Google is a really good,
Yeah,
and ChatGPT as well.
that's good. Well, you guys can guess what Anders is working on. Hell, I don't have any idea of it, but or maybe
I
a
don't
bit.
either. So it's okay.
Someday something will pop up. You guys working on something interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Secret project.
Is it secret?
It's
Yes.
like super secret.
So then we want to know about it.
Yeah. don't do it. Don't look at that.
Okay.
And my computer. This is all of the user research.
User research.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
where we get the users into the process of actually being a part of the product.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it does.
I won't crash your meeting anymore, but thanks, guys.
No problem.
And I think we've been waiting for this moment, and of course it's a Jim 45.
Should I play some, maybe a riff someone knows?
Yes.
Play.
And we were very lucky to get Søren Andersen's own original Plexi.
Which is now modded.
Yes, but at the time it was completely original.
I know.
And so we met with him and we asked him, hey, can we get this just for a few weeks so we can really study it, learn from it, all the details? Yes, of course. But I had to say, look, I need to tell you that I'm going to take it apart. Okay, I'm going to take it apart fully. Okay, but you know, I be careful and stuff. So I did. Of course, I borrowed it. I was very careful. Took it completely apart. We learned as much about it as we could. And,
Careful about all the stories, because Mika, he knows that amp and he might hit you.
and then nothing else happened.
It sounds the same on the records. I always use that when we do the electric guitars records. That's mine.
Well, we actually did put it back together all well, so
Okay.
it didn't. But the thing is, he came back to TC, that's this one in Sindelsvej, And I think he saw a little bit too much. He wasn't ready for the guts. Exploded apart. And when I put it back together, which I did very carefully, you couldn't tell that it had been completely disassembled. But it took it back home, and then a couple of weeks later we figured, there's this other tiny little detail that I would have really made sure. Can I borrow it again? No. No, going through that again. So we got what we got. We actually did have plenty of time, so he was very generous with that. And even though this amplifier actually caught fire at some point, and there was a part of this chassis completely burned, the important things, they all survived. So it's just very, very lucky that he's made it all this long, and then we were able to get the essence of it and hopefully put it into the AMPWORX correctly.
Well, that's very genius to actually. This is captured from an amp that's been on fire.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Use that in the promo.
We have the legato team over here. The reason it's called legato is because they're super fast and fluid. What are you working on, Christian?
Some of the update for the Pletra X5.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yes, there will be quite a lot of stuff regarding tap tempo, MIDI tempo and stuff like that. My colleague Matthias is working on that.
You have to see this department. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
I'm filming you.
Yeah, welcome.
This is the testing dungeon, right?
Yes.
And anything interesting you're testing today?
Yeah, well, we are ramping up. Here we can see the new tab tuner block. So if I press and hold, so I get the tuner shown. So, well, it works nice. So, and this time it's
And
also in tune.
And you can tap the tempo as well on that.
Yes. So if I press one more, I'm out. And if I press tempo, now you can see the BPM is changing. And you can also see here our delay time.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys out here eager waiting to get cracking on some hard rock. I think we have Toby and Anders.
Yep.
Then let's get a full band and then have some fun.
Free t-shirts for everybody! Free pedals for everyone! Best party ever! Good? Jeg tror, vi kører. Ja. Vi kører.
We have one of my good friends and very great guitar player and producer in-house today. Hello, Casper!
Hello!
Always a pleasure. So he comes for the after party because he missed it yesterday.
I did. Now we're here.
Now we're here and we are trying out some of the pedals. So what are we playing on now?
We're playing on the DC-30, which is kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now in a pedal edition.
You tried this amp in an earlier state with one of the...
In a very early stage.
Yeah.
I did. And now it's just even better, you know.
I'm glad we did something in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So let's just have some fun and
thanks for being here
and play a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We will.
a pleasure showing you guys the site here today. And if you want more content like this, let us know. I mean, we are all the time playing with artists, developing the product together with them. We are based here in Denmark. We are more than 50 engineers, and we would like to show you guys who we actually are. So, if you're up for that, let us know, and see you out there. You can say goodbye to our dear audience here.
Have a great day.
You have to say like and subscribe and all that YouTube thing.
You really have to like and subscribe to this one because Michael has made a huge effort today, I'm sure. So remember to like and subscribe.
Thank you.